This month, this is the month of May as it comes to a close. It is recognized all over the globe as the Mental Health Awareness Month. Now, as we look at matters concerning mental health awareness and it comes to a close, we look deeper at what insights and strengths keep Kenyans going amid daily economic and social and also physical and psychological pressures. Tonight we examine why tuning in to our emotion is a need that is vital in maintaining an engine, and how we can better support each other fully and humanly. And to do that, we'll be joined by Wairimu Karugu, a Director of Psychological Counseling within the Ministry of Health in the Division of Mental Health. And she'll be able to guide us, particularly in understanding the factor of unmasking mental health. Wairimu, welcome to the broadcast tonight.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. I do hope you can hear me.
Yeah.
And perhaps to go straight to it, the theme of this year's Mental Health Awareness Month is unmasking mental health. Perhaps you can share to us, what does this mask represent, particularly for Kenyans in daily life?
First of all, I want to say that May is the Mental Health Awareness Month. So it is very important. The whole of this month we've been talking about mental health. But coming back to your point of unmasking mental health, what we know is that most people who are experiencing mental health challenges, they mask a lot. You will rarely get somebody coming to openly say that they are experiencing mental health challenges. So when we talk about unmasking mental health, we are trying to drive the conversation where mental health challenges are spoken to openly. People are able to come out and say that, look, I'm experiencing mental health issues and I have a problem. So that is what we are looking forward with the Mental Health Awareness Month. That is what we are looking forward with unmasking mental health, getting more information on what it is all about.
And when you're talking about unmasking, it means there is a covering of some sort. Perhaps you can be able to open to us on what are the signs that someone may be masking inner struggles, particularly of the mental health nature.
Yeah, somebody who is going through mental health challenges and it's, of course, masking, you will notice certain things. For example, they'll miss on deadlines, they'll be unable to do the basics, taking care of themselves, they will isolate themselves from others. We'll have some eating a lot or eating very little. Some of them will sleep very little. And all these are signs. It is the small basic things that we do every day, difficulty in accomplishing those tasks, that will tell us that somebody is having mental health challenges.
And we've been able to pinpoint, these are the several issues that may display that someone is undergoing some sort of mental pressure that needs addressing. Perhaps you can be able to pinpoint to us, because we are people who are social in nature. We are a group of people who are social. And it means we relate within the workplace, we relate within the schools, we relate within society. Perhaps what would be the impact of these issues maybe in a workplace setup?
Well, in a workplace and even in homes, the effect of masking mental health challenges are very hard on the person experiencing the challenges. First of all, when you do not accomplish the tasks that are ahead of you on time, when you do not meet deadline, your boss or your siblings, whoever you are staying with, will be define you as lazy. You probably are lazy. You are experiencing mental health challenge, and you will not be able to do those tasks as long as you are experiencing mental health challenges. But because you've not come out, you are masking what you are going through, then your relationship with other people is going to be very tough. Uh, you may not be able to interact with other people. You are probably having anger issues. So when you are spoken, you might say something, you might reply something because you have anger issues. All these are a result of having mental health issues that have not been, they have either not been diagnosed, or you are masking them so well that everybody thinks you are okay. So if you talk rudely, or you are crude in your discussion, when you are discussing, people will think, ah, leave that rude one alone. You will not be given tasks in the family setup. You will not be able to relate with your siblings or with your family because of these ill health. But remember, nobody knows that you are experiencing ill health because you are masking it. You yourself, you might not even know that there is a problem. So, in workplace, in your daily interaction with people, it's going to be a problem if you have a mental health issue that is masked, that has not been diagnosed, that you are not doing anything about.
And the way
Thank you.
mental health issues do come about, it's not something that would be open like maybe a flu where I will cough, or something that will actually spike me with a fever. And within our cultural setup, there is a term, mwenda wazimu, which is something that is put, particularly the bracket, or rather the ceiling, on someone who has mental health issues. And probably maybe there are some issues within our culture, within our society, that cause or provoke persons who may be going through various challenges of mental nature not to be willing to unmask and say, I'm going through this. Perhaps you can be able to pinpoint for us various cultural setups and issues, and the ones that are coming on the front, particularly in making the stigma go that high that people would rather option to mask their issues rather than give them a frontal approach and be able to deal with them.
Well, thank you very much for that. What I've noted is that when uh, when you get another illness, let us suppose you have cancer, you will get a lot of support from your family, from your colleagues. They all be forming WhatsApp groups, even if you have not asked them to. They will be willing to help. But when you have a mental health related illness, you are basically on your own. We try to explain away mental illness. People will say that you have been bewitched. People will say that you have eaten maybe you've stolen somebody's items and they are getting back at you. People will say that maybe there is dowry you did not take to your parents, or parents of your, grandparents of your parents. You know, a lot of explanation for mental health related challenges. I do not know why we never explain any other illness, cancer, road accident, whatever it is people are suffering from. Help is sought very easily. But when it comes to mental illness, there is always an explanation why you are going through it. It's like people are feeling, okay, they are having mental health challenge because they deserve it. This is why people do not come out when they have a mental health challenge, because there is very little support, there is a lot of explanation, and there is a lot of even families, they do not want to associate with you when you have a mental illness. Huh? So that is why there is a lot of masking. That is why people hide, even when they are feeling that things are not okay, because they know that there'll be little support from the people surrounding them. and they'll get a lot of explanations on why they are going through what they are going through. Yes, I think that is the reason.
Okay, and Wairimo, we are having this discussion because we aim to develop that shift, that pivot point where we'll move from stigmatizing persons who are suffering from various mental health issues. We're going to shift you now to a practical application basis. Perhaps what is your counsel on what we should do in matters of ensuring, like on a daily, we are able to address various issues concerning our mental health, and also the fact that it is a part of us that needs attention. What can we be doing on the daily? Because as the statistics put it, at least 25% of Kenyans are dealing with one or another case of mental health issues, and that is on the severe edge. There are other issues as well. What can we do on the daily to ensure that we are taking good care, particularly of our mental health?
Thank you for that. When you're having mental, okay, not even when you're having mental health challenge, but it is an individual responsibility for one to practice self-care. This is one way of ensuring that you you protect yourself from the mental health challenges. What type of self-care I'm talking about? I'm talking about exercising, eating correctly, journaling, making sure that you you maintain a social circle. You have somebody you can sit down with, talk with them when you are having some challenges. You have a buddy. A buddy is somebody, kind of an accountability partner, somebody who knows where you are, somebody who can take one look at you and say, I think you have a problem. These are some of the things we should do. Taking walks, interacting with nature, taking care of ourselves. If it is work, make sure you do what you can. Always make sure that what cannot be done can be done tomorrow. Do not push yourself so much that, you know, that finally your mental health is at stake. Always make sure that you are taking care of yourself because your health matters. Your mental health matters. Talk to somebody in case you are going something. Talk to somebody. Especially, I like to encourage men and young men. I like to encourage them to openly talk about their challenges. I'm happy because nowadays there is a little bit more openness. People are coming out and saying, okay, I am not okay. I am not okay. I am depressed. I'm stressed. People are coming out. They have taken note of their mental health. Because remember, if your mental health is not good, then you totally cannot function on all the other things that goes on in your life. So self-care, self-care, self-care. This is the key to making sure that your mental health is well taken care of.
And perhaps, Werimo, you've talked about the idea of self-care through having buddies or friends who can be able to note, particularly you're not in a proper place or the other. But I'm going to ask you this. Now, supposing I am the friend, we are friends of this nature, but we are all going through different things. But now looking at the factor that it is important to be that buddy for each other because it is something that may have to go through and through. What are the things, or rather, what should I apply so that we can be able to create that safe space, particularly for this person who may have issues, who conspires or looks at me as a buddy? How do I create that space or environment where they feel free to release whatever is bugging them without any judgment? How do I create that space, noting that I may also be going through various other issues? How do I create that space?
Well, the best way to do this is to ensure that you when you want to talk about probably what you are going through, you should uh, you should leave your comfort zone. For example, just take a walk as you talk about the issues you are facing, and also ensure that when somebody talks to you about the challenges they are going through, it should be between you and that person. It is not time somebody has told you that they have depression or they are feeling depressed. It is not the time to go and tell that this person they are telling me this. Again, when you listen to that, to the body talking, telling you the challenges, there are things that you can listen and 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 just let it slide. Tell that person, this one you are going to be okay. But again, there are things this person can say, and you feel like this one requires more attention than I can give. In this case, it is time to advise this person. We have counselors and psychologists in most of our sub-county hospitals. For example, in Thika Hospital, Thika Level 5 Hospital, you'll get a counselor, you'll get a psychologist. In the university where you are, you believe they are counselors and they are psychologists. So when somebody has talked to you and you feel that whatever they have is too heavy, kindly let them see further help.
Thank you, Werimo. I'm being pressed that we are out of time, though this discussion is one very key. Perhaps I can give you a final note down, because among the things I've picked up is that there is a lack of support, particularly for persons with mental health issues. It is a lonely illness, and the matters of confidentiality is very key, particularly when you choose to be a buddy. Perhaps you can give us your final sentiment as we wrap up our conversation tonight.
Yes, I want to say two things. First thing is, without mental health, you cannot live a productive life. So mental health is key in all that you do. And two, it is okay not to be okay. So if you are not okay, just know you are not okay and seek help. It is okay. I think that is how I would like to close this discussion.
And it's a very proper punchline. It is okay not to be okay, and okay to be able to put it out there and seek for assistance, particularly concerning mental health. It may be the wrap up of the month, that is the Mental Health Awareness Month of May, but we continue taking close care of our mental health. We take a short break right here on KUTV Primetime News. We'll be back with